So hello again. I just kind of thought it might be good to talk about inspections. You want to get inspections on any home that you're buying. Flippers, investors may not do it because they pretty much have dealt with everything and they know what they're looking at when they're going through a home. But the general public, again, what you're looking for, maybe a structural crack that you can't see that the inspector's going to pull up. The inspector's going to look at the heating, the cooling, the plumbing, the electric. Again, this is a whole house inspector, which most people do. You can certainly get individual inspectors, you can get a roofer, you can get an electrician, a plumber. But again, most folks do the whole house inspector. Now they're kind of jack of all trades, master of none. So they may say to you, roof looks a little shaky to me. Might want to get a roofer out there to double check it. Or, this spot on the roof seemed a little soft. Maybe you want someone else to look at that. So that is money. I know money is tight when you're buying a home, but that is money that is very well spent. I mean, you don't want to move into a home and money's always tight. It doesn't matter what your price range is. Money is always tight, but you don't want to move into a home and 6 months later find out you need to put a new roof on. And I don't know, roofs are now 20,000 on up, so they're not an inexpensive item. But again, an inspector is one person's opinion of that particular issue. You might have 3 other inspectors come through and say, doesn't mean anything to me, just want you to be aware of it. If you're looking at older homes, you may have sloping floors. Well, is that something that's going to bother you? Is that a structural problem, or is that just due to age? And again, is that something that you think you can live with after you move into the home? So again, I highly advise inspections for anybody and everybody. I understand people don't like to spend the money, but it is money indeed well spent. And if there's a septic system, maybe ask the seller to pump the system so that you don't have to absorb that cost. And again, the inspector's only as good as much as they can see. The day they go out, the heat may be working. It may break the next day. So again, whole house inspection, definitely recommended. Anything that's a concern to you, structural, electric, plumbing, roof. Maybe you have a pool. Maybe I had some folks buy a pool and the seller said the pool was just fine, and the buyers ended up replacing the pool. So, again, things we're just trying to play fair with everybody. So you do have the right to do those inspections, and I highly recommend them for you. So till next time, bye-bye.